Hey there, Wargamers, Justin here, Painter, and today, got an unboxing for you guys. I'd like to welcome you guys back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in today. If you're new here, please alpha strike that like and subscribe button. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for having my 6. I appreciate you being an awesome lance mate, star mate, whatever the case may be for you. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you being here. And with that said, we're going to go ahead and get into today's video. So I know some of you guys are probably like, why the heck does Justin have MechWarrior Dark Age here on his channel? So I'll tell you, I'm very interested in doing some retro gaming, some Throwback Thursday kind of stuff, if you will. And honestly, this stuff right here is old. Copyright 2004 on the bottom of this box. 19 years old. 19 years old. Almost 20 years old. There are kids who are adults now and can vote, almost able to drink, who were born the year this came out. In this particular box. And this is the 2-player starter with Age of Destruction. It's not the first stuff. You know, this is the one with all the cards and stuff. And the original boxes, our original game did not have that, the MechWarrior Dark Age. This was a big thing for me in my youth. Senior year of high school, I think fall. I saw this on a shelf at a store, and I was super pumped. I thought it looked super cool. I'd played some Battletech stuff as a kid, specifically like MechWarrior or Mech Commander, things like that. A little bit of MechWarrior. I was terrible at it, and I thought this looked cool. Didn't have a lot of money. And then senior year around Christmas, ended up getting some for Christmas and fell in love with it. Now, this is one of the things that I attribute to me. This is a catalyst. This is the, if you're a Spider-Verse guy, a canon event, where by me getting into this game, it was my first major war game. It was my first game I became a TO for. I was a battle master, did a lot with it, played a lot of this game. It has a lot of concepts and stuff in it that are also true and useful for other war games, but this was my first major tabletop war game. This led to a variety of other games that I got into. Ultimately led to Warhammer 40K, which I started painting. That led me to commission work for Brush for Hire, which became Death for Designs, which led me to my job today. If I had never got this, if I never saw it on a shelf at Kit Kringle in Asheboro, North Carolina, at the mall next to Chick-fil-A, if I had not saw this and wanted to get into it, I don't know what I would be doing today. Would I have fallen into a path of getting into wargaming? Maybe, but I don't know. This is meaningful to me because it led to something very important to me in my life with what I do as a career and what I'm good at. Because one of the only things I'm good in life that I feel is painting and being nice to people. I spread positivity. I try. So yeah, this is very important. And some of you guys may hate it. Some of you may like it. But one of my thoughts on the channel are to try and do some Alpha Strike, try and do Aces, maybe try and sprinkle in some Classic if I ever can. Finding people is hard. I wouldn't mind doing some Solaire 7 stuff maybe, but also doing other game stuff as well. And this is in the realm of Battletech. Yes, it is clicks, but it's another game where you guys can hang out with me while I play with someone and listen to some dice rolls, some banter, and enjoy the gameplay and the experience. And if you don't like it, tune into another video that I put out. That said, we're going to go ahead and turn this around here, and we're going to do an unboxing and check out what comes in the Age of Destruction 2-player starter box from 2004. All right, so here is our box. This is the 2-player starter set, everything included for 2-player battle, circa 2004 from WizKids. And here's a look at the box, which we're going to be tearing into this to check out the contents today. And hopefully I'll have a 2-player battle report with John here in the near future. So let's go ahead and see if we can get into this box. I was surprised I found one on eBay that was still sealed. And this one was, but we're going to tear into it. Oh, man. So you guys are getting to see me as a little kiddo again, going through it. This is so discolored and ancient. Let's go ahead and slide that out. Oh, and it's, oh, man, this is falling off. Not good. We're going to have to glue that. So here are the contents. We've got our little bag of rules, cards, things of that nature, which we'll check out in a moment. So I will show you guys what we've got here for our infantry. All right, so we've got one Udine battle armor. And for you guys who aren't familiar, the white line around the front is their firing arc. The gray line is the rear arc. And this guy does 2 damage. He has an 8-inch, or an 8 move. Actually, he's aquatic, interesting. 7 attack, and a 17 defense with a 0 to 8 range. We won't go through clicking them. Actually, I probably should. Is this a QR thing? Oh, yeah, it's a little quality assurance thing. We will show you kind of how these work. So as they take damage, you have a little clicker here, and you would click them. So you'd be like, boop, boop. That actually is still pretty good. Oh, it's not too bad. I got some at home that I got in a trade that they are not in the best shape. They don't click very easily anymore. So there's our salamander battle armor. Boop. And these are all kind of teal, and they match these guys here. So we've got, I'm kind of going through all these similar looking guys first. All right, so this one wasn't broken. There we go. This is the Zibbler Fast Strike Tank. It's got his 19 defense, 10 move, 9 attack, 3 damage. So not particularly scary at all, but kind of a little tank. 360-degree arc, and it's got a small rear arc on here as well. For our battle armor for the other guys, we have got our PAL suit. Pretty cool. Boop. And I picked this up for about 30 bucks. I think that it MSRP'd, it doesn't say on here, but I feel like it was probably MSRP'd at probably 30 bucks when it came out, something like that. So we got our Pathfinders. And honestly, considering the state of little infantry today for Battletech, I could see people picking up these old infantry guys just to debase them to use for Battletech or Alpha Strike, specifically because they're so small and there's not a lot of good options for infantry out there. But Death Ray Designs has some, so if you want to pick up some, you can. We've got our Fenrir battle armor. Kind of goofy. I don't know how the guy pilot is in there, but he's there. He's got his little like ketchup dispensers on top of him, or fire extinguishers, what it looks like. So yeah. And then we've got our little broken tank here. You can see the super glue has come off on that one. So there's a little tank. And for something that's 20 years old, is that still going to turn? Or am I going to break it? It's not one to turn. A lot of these do turn. But for something that is 20 years old, basically, I feel like the paint job on these isn't terrible for 20 years. Yeah, is X-Wing better? Sure. But, like, this came out in 2004, and the game came out before that. So, like, yeah, some of the stuff based on today's standards is crappy, but based on the time, it's not too bad. Not too bad. I think the nail in the coffin for this game was probably the collectible side of it. You know, obviously you want to collect things, but I think the booster pack aspect of it drove people away. Because if you want to play a specific faction, you had to get boosters, you had to trade, do whatever, and it was pretty difficult to get everything. So that could have been off-putting. And then some units were more rare and became, you know, in turn were better. So we've got our 2 units here, which we've got a mangonel, if I can get them out without breaking them. Oh, okay, this is what they used to do back in the day. Make sure they don't fall out. Remember, like, getting your toys from the toy store? Toys on Christmas, and you got those little ties on them. All right. Ha-ha! He is free! So we have got our Blitz Jadehawk, and we've got our Mangonel. And he's kind of arced back a little bit. I think he's typically faces forward, but whatever. This is our mangonel, and the little guns move. That one's actually a little stiff, but that one moves like it's supposed to. And this is Copperhead Mangonel. And so you notice this one's a bigger base than the other one. It's got its, he is kind of leaning back on us, ain't he? He's got his range at 0 to 10 for energy, 2 targets. Ballistic, 2 to 12, so he has a minimum range of 2. And you rotate when you take damage by clicking here, which is maybe obvious, but some of you may not. There's this stat, so unlike the infantry, he's got 2 damage values, so 3, 4. His movement is 8, his attack value is 9, and his defense is 20. You also have heat, so he can push and do stuff, and they have a heat value, and this dial rotates when you take heat, and it's giving me some trouble. It's a little stiff because I might have to get a pair of pliers to get in here and completely rotate that, but that'll rotate, and yeah. Also has 2 slots where upgrades could go. No one ever used that in my group. They just laid the cards with them. And then we've got Blitz the Jadehawk, which I think looks pretty good. Honestly, having put together one of the metal ones from Ironwind Metals recently for my Jade Falcon forces, this doesn't look terrible. If anything, it looks... I feel like I should really put this side by side with the metal one, because it looks... Obviously, excuse me, obviously should look similar, but oddly similar. If anything, I might actually like the feel a little bit better on this one. So, but a very cool mini. Inside our box here, we've got our various rules and things. So we've got our dice, our measuring tape, and then you get this cool little like ring. I'll show you guys how that works. So the ring is for the infantry, and you would use it to, you can put it under here just like hero clicks, because it's the same kind of concept, and you could click them a little easier, because these are harder to get in with your fingers. The mechs are a lot easier to click because the bases wrap over the top. So the way that the gameplay mechanics work is you roll 2 solid color dice and 1 off color dice, and you roll, and if these 2 are ever double 1s or double 6s, you crit, you add all 3 together, so we got a 9. So like if this guy was trying to shoot this guy, you would take his attack value of a 9, you would compare it to this guy's defense value of 20, and you would roll. And I rolled a 12. 12 plus 9 is 21, so we hit. Let's say we had hit with his ballistics for 3 damage. I don't know what the red symbol is on his defense, so we'll skip it. So you'd go 1, 2, 3, takes 3 damage. So yeah, pretty simple. In terms of the things we got inside here, so we got a little play mat. This was back when 3D terrain was not as common as today. So we got a deployment zone already listed on here. And this would be a very small play area, which in our battle report we'll probably use this as well. Is it double-sided? Oh no, it's got pictures of all the units from the set. It's pretty cool. That's actually pretty neat. Very neat. And this is kind of the mat. So this is basically a mat. Neoprene's better these days, but yeah, when we do our battle report, we'll probably play on this because it's a low model count, and we'll get our game going. We have got our enter to win $250 of WizKid products free. I almost feel like I should just send that in just for the lulz, because that would be very funny. Do you guys think I should fill this out? Do you think I should do that? Or just a troll? I think I might fill this out just to send it in because I think it'd be really funny. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. Oh, that's funny. So this is an update when this came out from the original. So there's some different alliances for list building that had been changed from when the original set came out. Got some terrain features here. So blocking terrain, water. We've got our rule book, explain how to play the game. And then we have this little card here, which is your special equipment card. So our defense on that mangonel just a moment ago had reflective armor. And it says decrease by 2 any damage scored to this unit by ranged combat attacks using the energy type. The weapon we would have shot here is ballistic, so it does not ignore that. But if he got shot by none of these, all of these are ballistic based, hilarious. But each one of these has a specific color that does a thing. So let's check him out real quick. He has got blue for his movement type, so we'll come here. Not heat effects. There we go. So speed, jump jets, optional. This unit ignores figure bases and terrain for movement purposes, though it still cannot occupy blocking terrain at the end of its move. This unit fails to break away only on a result of 1. If this unit is a mech, it cannot use the run option, but it can attempt a death from above special attack. A captor cannot use jump jets, so if you're capturing someone. So, but yeah, so each one of these has various different things or different abilities it could have. So you can see over here, for his movement, he has got green, so he's got camouflage. This unit gets +2 to its defense value against ranged combat attacks when it occupies hindering terrain, which would be like trees. So, very cool. You also have some cards that come with this too. So, Mercenary Contract. This would cost, I believe it's 5 points per 150 of your build total. All mercenary units friendly to you gain the Dragon's Fury faction symbol, so you'd be able to have your mercenaries function alongside the Karita forces and use each other's stuff. We've got House Liao, which is going to be the same kind of thing. All mercenary units friendly to you gain the House Liao faction. Here is the pilot card that goes with our Jadehawk, Sebastian Paschke, and he's got his own special ability. He recruits in at 5 for everyone except for Steel Wolves, which is 8, Jade Falcon, which is 14, and Liao at 18. And then you got a little text blurb about him on the back. And then this little thing would punch out. so that you could put it on the mech. It would slot into here. No one did that. We just laid this next to him. And this gives an effective +2 to movement, +1 to attack, and +1 to his defense. He's 19 points to put into any mech, and he is 39 points if he's put in his special mech, which is unit number 133. So 133, and if he's in his special mech, he can use this ability. We've got some planetary conditions, various mercenary contracts to get you going. Then we've got our Mangonel pilot here, which is Enlil Cersei. Yep. And you see he actually recruits in cheaper for Steiner and I forget what that other faction's called. So yeah. Pretty cool. I always enjoy collecting these because the pilots are cool. Got some more merc contracts, and we got more planetary conditions. And then we have a couple of upgrades. So we have Rapid Strike that would go on this guy. And that gives him the Blue Fist. And what's the Blue Fist mean? Optional, once per turn, when this unit resolves a successful close combat attack against a single opposing target figure, make a second close combat attack against that target. This unit gains 1 heat in addition to any other heat generated by the order. Second attack does not cost an order. So being able to punch twice, pretty cool. And he's hitting for 3 damage anyway. So pretty cool. And he's got Brawling, so this unit gets +1 to damage value when making a close combat or special attack against the opposing figure, regardless of the damage value. Yeah, so like him being able to rapid punch twice for 3 + 1, so 4 damage apiece, 8 damage, which is absolutely brutal. And then we have Armor Piercing, which is ignore this gear when damage. Okay, so when its damage is 0, it ignores it, and it has. That's on Ballistic. Armor Piercing, optional. This unit's ranged combat attacks ignore other units' defense special equipment with armor in the name. He doesn't have any, but it might work good on some of the tanks and stuff. So, but that is it. That is the cards we've got here, our rule books and so forth, the dice, our little measuring tape, our ring, our 2 mechs, our 2 tanks, our 3 infantry apiece, and that is that is what we got. And I'm looking forward to being able to play through this scenario with John in a battle report. I think it'd be fun. I've traded for a bunch more stuff so we can do a few more Throwback Thursday kind of videos. And if you enjoy this, please sound off in the comments below. Let me know. If you have any fond memories or thoughts with MechWarrior Dark Age yourself, please sound off. Let me know about your experiences. And on that note, folks, thank you for coming along with me on that unboxing journey, showing off the MechWarrior Age of Destruction 2-player starter box. I'm really excited to get that battle report filmed with John, hopefully this weekend. That'll be super cool. And if I can wrangle him to play some more, I'd like to continue trying to do some Throwback Thursday retro-style gaming with this particular system. I think it'd be fun because it's still on brand for Battletech. As always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. If you haven't already, make sure you smash that like and subscribe button. And even more so, if you're interested in helping support what I do, check out Fortress Miniatures and Games for all of your Battletech needs. If you want to help support what I do at my day job, check out Death Ray Designs, coupon and discount code down below. If you're looking for any paints, check out Pro Acrylic from Monument Hobbies, coupon and link down below as well. And if you want to be a super supporter, make sure you consider checking out Patreon. It's not super wild over there, but we're trying to grow, trying to make it a go, trying to do more content here, and couldn't do it without you guys. So, as always, thank you so much for being here with me today in this video. Keep painting your models, keep rolling your dice, and I will catch you guys next time.